24th, just after 2 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. UTC for our friends over on the other side of the pond. Today, me and Marty, our in-house Vaultard, have with us Slurp. Slurp, what's happening?
Yeah, nice to have me. Like it's been a while since we talked, I think. At least
Yeah,
a year, I think.
I was gonna say I feel like it's been about a year,
Yeah, I
and
think
this
it was. I think it was 1 year exactly, something like that.
and this is the first year that has felt dragged out for me in a while. Like every year has flown by, and this year, like I can't believe that it's only been a year. It's because in America we have all this like shit going on. Ever since the trumpet took office, just seems like time has frozen almost. It feels like a 4-year cycle in the time that he got elected till now, but it's not even been a full year yet.
Yeah, it's been
It's
it's
because
been
every day you log on and you see Mr. Trump on the TV, or the internet, it's a reality TV show every single day.
Oh, quite
Every day.
literally.
That's
the,
why. That's why it
the
feels so long.
the things he posts are things that you would only imagine happening on a TV show.
Dude, the
honestly
Tylenol thing was
you
insane.
can ignore like 90% of this. What he says or something. Like I barely
Oh,
have
I
like
agree.
any notifications for him.
No, I had to turn him off. I had to turn Elon Musk off. I had to turn uh I don't know, anything that is just like taking the 100% time of the timeline, like rage baiting, like evil stuff or negative, hateful stuff. Like it just runs for like 72 hours. I got it muted, dude. It's just insane. Like it's not good for you to sit there and read that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Well, Slurp, I guess for the people who don't know you, you want to do a little intro and then we can get into it. Today we'll just cover a little intro to you, a little bit about data collection, a little bit about the crypto markets, a little bit about crypto Twitter. I know you have some hard feelings on this current state of crypto Twitter. And then we'll go through, the perp dex meta, running through a perp dex meta in one weekend because this is getting insane. So a little intro to you for the people who don't know you.
Well, so basically, I've been here from like 2017, and then I think I was pretty big back then. Like, I think I was like top 10 VeChain holder at the time. Like, I was like 19, and then fucking lost everything back. So that was a nice experience. And then I think I gambled like 4 years, like, haven't made any money. And then, like, for past 2.5, like, I'm trading for like some family office slash prop from US. So it's been a
Nice.
long journey already. And then in between, I was like market making some European energy company. So yeah,
That's pretty
just like
interesting. It's not something
yeah.
you hear every day.
What?
But
That's not something you hear every day.
Uh,
I was marketing for a European energy company.
yeah, it was like just like managing like some windmills and then you do arbitrage from one country to another. It's like pretty advanced stuff, but yeah, it was boring after
oh,
a while then.
I don't think I knew that about you. I knew that you ran the Discord, that you ran the data collection service, and you offer, that to your readers or your users. Are you still doing that? Are you still doing the data Discord?
No, I mean it's still running for those who joined, but I'm not offering anymore because like 90% is like useless, and I can't be bothered to update anything anymore. Like it's just not worth it. Like
Slurp,
I
you're
was,
you're getting negative on me.
yeah, yeah. It's like
Like like earl Go ahead.
I was tracking like new coins to CoinGecko and some stuff like that that's like not useful anymore. I was tracking wallets, which is basically useless now. Um,
Why
yeah,
do you think that
I
is? Why do you think the data meta has shifted?
I think it's not. I think it's shifted to basically just figure out how to solve where what flows are gonna come, like to BTC, ETH, and Sol, and then that's pretty much it. I think like at least I make the like all the money there. Like I don't trade any alts anymore. I basically just do BTC, ETH, Sol, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else. Like it's way
That,
simpler. Like it doesn't take a lot of time, and like it's best performing. Like why bother with anything else if you have three things that are doing well and just do those three things with a little bit more size and live a little bit stress-free life.
Yeah,
yeah,
once
I
you have
think that that's the
size,
main part.
things
That's the
change.
main part. The stress of your life going down once you focus on, one thing or a handful of things versus trying to say, this is the whole market and I'm gonna find the new meta right now today because every day is a shiny new toy to play with.
I mean, and to be honest, I just can't be bothered anymore with finding new with all that stuff. I find it way simpler. Like I was trying to do all this stuff like 1 or 2 years ago, and then I shifted to just do three things, and I'm doing way better. Like
Uncle
I make
Slurp.
more money, and like have free time 90% of the time. So
I try to tell people that the actual meta is the peace meta, like finding peace and finding time off the screens, like having a strategy so that you can have time to do something other than doom scroll.
yeah, I
And
mean, like
eliminating alts is like a big part of, not all alts, but like eliminating being beholden to the trenches is a big part of that.
yeah, like I mean, I've been basically like whole summer like on the coast. Like I've been trading like very little, maybe one trade a week, and then performance is better when I'm at the screen like 12 hours and trying to do some stuff. So
I think the thing
it's,
is over trading. You sit there and you're like, fuck, like it's down 5% and you're like, okay, well, is it, I need it to come back 10% to make any money. Like, okay, let's close this. And it's like all you had to do was sit there for a week and it would have came back. And, even myself, you overtrade a little bit when you're sitting on the screen too much. It's much better buy, hold, sell, hold, wait a week, wait 2 weeks, come back. It's a little different on alts because alts you can get liquidated like much, much, much faster. Like if you tried shorting this Aster coin any day of the week, like you just got, your face ripped off.
Obliterated.
Yeah, you just got annihilated, right? But if you're trading the bigger things, the Bitcoin, the ETH, even in TradFi, you're trading SPY, you're trading the Qs, QQQ. Um, it takes way longer for these narrative. It's not even a narrative. It takes longer for price to move. Like besides on Sunday when price nuked like 4,500 to 4K in ETH, like it takes much longer for anything to come to fruition. Like we've been in the same range like 4,100 to 47, 4,800 since the beginning of August. And
it's
we
been
went
two
up, we went
months.
down, we went up, we went down, we went up, and now we're right back where we were if you bought, yeah, oh yeah, almost 2 months. August, September. Yep. 2 months. Like that's insane, right? Where if you're in memes and you're in alts, that 2 month period to be in the same range, go up, go down, could happen in 24 hours. Like even hype, which isn't that much of a meme coin, is down like 20 something percent in like a few days. 22% in 6 days. Like that's a huge, huge, huge move. And that stems from, quote, competition coming. I guess we can go a little bit into that. We talked about it this morning, but I want to hear your thoughts on like running through these perp dex metas. Everybody's in the same trade, everybody's rushing, funding comes up super, super major. And then we end up like speed running a whole bull cycle in, it's been 3 days or 4 days. Like, well, what are your thoughts on that? I know you're not really looking at alts, but you definitely saw the chart.
I mean, the thing was, I woke up, Aster was already at 1.5 USD, and just okay, I'm gonna miss that. That was like, like that's the thing. Like I'm really not paying attention that much, but I feel like I don't know. It's like CZ's coin, so I think long term should do well. I mean, yeah, I think buy dips on it and do it as long as it works. Like buy obvious areas.
The main ingredient is crime.
Like I don't even short anymore. unless it's hedging. So my strategy is kind of, I'm not as actively trading, so usually I will always try to buy things, not short. So for example, Aster, like like I would try to buy it somewhere if I would want to trade it. Like I wouldn't sell it because I just don't think it's worth it. Like why sell something that's doing good? Like you have no business doing that. Same with hype. Like, why would you, if you're not holding spot and then say, okay, I'm gonna TP, okay, fine, sell that. But why would you short something that's
Yeah.
been like performing good from April and basically down moves been maybe 5 days long and everything else was up? Like, why would you try to time that and figure out when that's gonna happen?
I was telling Marty, if you look at the 4-hour chart, you would never sell Aster.
Yeah, but if you use it, you're going. You
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to sell
But I
it
said
right now.
I said if you use the platform, yeah, you'll never want to. You would wonder why you bought any of it.
I guess we can go around. Like, what do you think his motives are? The CZ coming back, like he got out, he did his time, and then he was all about oh, he has like a school, like an online school, and like a grant program, doing good for the community. And now it's like soft shilling perp and soft shilling BNB again. And like what do you think his motives are back in the long run? Is he back at Binance? Do we know that yet? Is he back to work?
I
I
don't think
think
he's
he's
allowed to
bored.
be.
I think he's
Yeah,
bored. Like
He's doing yoga poses on Twitter.
I do think with the amount of work he did when he was head of Binance, and then not being able to do anything for a bit, and then starting coming back, like I think you get like super bored. Like even me, like I have free time 90% of my time. I usually don't know where to put myself. Like I'm so bored so much of the time. So I think he just wants to build something or do something that like he enjoys doing. And I think that's part of it. Like I don't think there's any big agenda behind it. Like, but
There's nothing malicious in
well,
his.
he has his own playbook, and some may view that as that some of the strategy is malicious, but I don't think it's like overtly malicious. I think he just you see what is making money and what people are attracted to at the moment, what has the most attention gravity, and they do what Binance has always done, and they create a clone of that. So it's like it's the perp meta, create a hyperliquid clone and run it back.
I mean, he also made the biggest exchange in the world. So I think he has the competence to do a DEX. Like,
Definitely.
and yeah, I think with Hype, he saw, okay, maybe now it's the time to do a DEX. I'm not allowed to be with Binance anymore. Let's do something decentralized, which I'm allowed to do. Why not?
Yep.
And
Oh,
today,
he's like soft shilling it. He's like today he was on the Twitter doing yoga poses like, oh, taking a break from Aster and Dexes or something, like he's not like go buy the token, but he definitely is like, go out there and buy it. Like he's soft shilling it for sure.
I
He
mean,
does a lot of thumbs up, He's like, yeah. It's not like, yeah, he's not putting it into words.
I have no idea what's the agenda behind it, but yeah, I think he just wants people to buy it and make some money again. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I haven't seen a CZ post in a while, so I'm just like going through his timeline right now.
Yoga poses, taking time off, being
I see.
grounded.
Taking a break from Master and BNB, do one of these. Oh yeah, like I think he's bored. Like I think he's super bored.
Yeah.
Like
I
he's
think so too.
just looks a guy that is bored.
He's
Make
just shit posting on Twitter.
200 billion and then yeah, just shit post.
Is 200 billion enough to retire? That's the real question.
I'm just
But
surprised he
Slurp,
hasn't bought any Australian real estate yet.
like the curve guy. Oh God.
Curve, synthetics, like that's the place to be.
Why Australia, dude? Remember King Alexander Pepe the Third? I think that was his name, dude. That guy was like the Australian. Do you remember that guy? The Australian perp guy. Dude, he made like 100 million. He lost it all. There's something with Australian
Oh, the
taxes.
god Alexander, the Pepe
Yeah,
Alexander.
yeah, Pepe Alexander. Like, but there's something that you can't write off your losses or something in Australian tax code. So he had like no money. He had negative balance in his bank and owed like 30 million in taxes. And then
Wow.
it was
Uh,
him going through like his life, like, oh, I need to find fucking
yeah.
roommates. I need to find a place for my cats. All this shit. Oh, I got a real girlfriend, a real job, and then now. Haven't heard from this fucking guy in
I
I don't
think
think any posts.
his handle was King Pepe Alexander, if I remember.
Yeah,
But
that guy was the Alex Weiss of Australia.
I know a lot of, like, for 2017. I know a lot of people that just like disappeared. Like, I think
Yeah.
a lot of people actually killed themselves after COVID, or just at least stopped doing everything.
I think there's a lot
Like,
of that too, right? Like the market is there for you to leave and graduate from, right? Like you're think of all these like hedge fund guys that sit in the fucking markets their whole life. All they have to show for it is that they have a bunch of money, and it's like you guys have had a bunch of money for 40 years, like it didn't make a difference of 5 billion to 7 billion. Your life didn't change. Um, so it's always good to leave and exit the markets, but it's sad to see the rotation of not influencers, but of traders going in and out of the market. And there's definitely those fucking sad stories as well.
I think that's the main reason why I stopped posting on Twitter, because I think my time on Twitter is kind of gone. I like to check it out for the news, and I don't have anything smart to say. If I post trades on it, I will do bad in my own trading, which I don't want, so I don't post trades. Like, I do travel like a lot, so I think at some point you need to start living real life.
Yeah, I agree.
And as you said, like, going from like 1 billion to 5 doesn't make a difference. I would say even from 1 to 5 million, maybe there's like a difference in lifestyle, but I think
Don't
anything past 2, I would say, is just like ultra luxury. Like, with two, like, at least where I live.
yeah. Denton said he was using a doxed wallet was the thing.
Dude, I got a spam call and it kicked me out of the stream.
No bueno.
I'm on my AirPods. No, I wanted to go a little bit into that because you told me privately that you're not posting anymore, but here you are publicly. I don't know if you made an exit, but why no more CT? Your time's coming to an end.
Well, I don't know. Trading time not coming around then, but I don't think I have anything smart to say anymore. And I think if you don't have anything smart to say, it's better to be quiet. You know?
I agree with that. I don't
You
I don't
know,
think CT is always looking for something smart to say either though, right? Like it's like they're looking for entertainment or free money. And like
I
the
don't.
free money comes in the form of free alpha. So it's like, sharing your trading ideas and your trading journey is like adjacent to that because they're like, oh, I could probably copy trade this and I will do well too. So like I'll make free money. And that's mainly what they look for. Are you funny? Is it entertainment? Can I use X as like my form of television since I'm online all day and scroll and get a laugh or like get shock value? Or are they providing me info to help me make money? And it's like, if you don't want to give people free money and you don't feel like wasting your time shit posting, then like, why spend your time there?
Yeah, I don't feel like I have good ideas to provide people with setups, like, because my trading is like so on and off. It's just like better to not post it. And yeah, I've been shit posting for a while, then I got bored of it and just like enjoying life. I don't know. Like, I think at some point when you start living a lot of more like IRL and just like don't need to seek attention anymore anywhere on the
Yep.
internet.
I feel
Is
that.
like, I really don't like, I want to say maybe year and a half ago I had like an urge, okay, I need to post something on CT just to get like likes and get some dopamine. Now I just don't feel it anymore. Just like, why the fuck would I even post anything anymore? Just go outside, go with friends, and have fun.
Imagine going outside, touching grass. Imagine that you could just do this. You could just go outside and there's a whole world that doesn't know. Dude, I was at the movies and I checked my phone after the movies and ETH had fallen like 4,500 to 4K in 1 hour or whatever.
Good times.
That's what happens when you
Not
you
one
go
fucking
outside.
person around me was worried. They didn't know. They didn't care. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, that, a little realization like, okay, there's more to this fucking world than the cryptosphere for sure.
And I would say now a lot of people don't even realize how less stressful crypto is since the ETF. Like previously, anywhere you went, you had the chance of like 20% candle. Now it just doesn't gonna happen. You can have like a big long on and just go somewhere and nothing's gonna happen. And uh,
Well, I guess we could talk about that too, right? Like Bitcoin vols are in the low 30s, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
this is insane for, I mean, if we look at devol, it's 36. If we look at ETH devol, it's 63. Sorry, Cole, at Volmex, I didn't have BVIV and EVIV up, but I assume it's quite similar. We're seeing this huge divergence. We're seeing almost like a 30 handle difference of Bitcoin and ETH, a little bit more in the Sol side too. But Bitcoin has fully been institutionalized. You have these huge ETFs. You have these huge um, DATSs or treasuries or whatever you want to call them. You have these huge players like muting vol over time with different option strategies. They're doing the same playbook now with ETH. They're collecting ETH. They're going to put on different option strategies. They'll hammer basis, and once basis is done, then they'll go look at options land. And then the next will happen for Sol, and then the next will happen for whatever's next is probably XRP, which is listed on CME, and then whatever else comes down the line that gets an ETF and has options and futures. Like, is that part of your exit of CT2 is like that the vols are just so low, there's just no crazy moves to talk about, there's no real alpha, or are you just straight bored
I'm
of
straight
of
bored.
tweeting?
I'm straight bored of tweeting. Like I trade a lot. Like I don't think there's an opportunity in BTC. Like if I trade a lot of equities too. I could tweet that, but I'm just like I don't have the urge. I don't have like I really don't want to post anything anymore. It's just like it's just
Take
like
the time off.
I have it for the news and like me posting something does really nothing to me. Like I don't feel anything. It's like okay, I've sent some words into interwebs.
Yeah,
And
wasting pixels, like, wasting network,
yeah, it's not
wasting
even
bandwidth.
like yeah, it's not even wasting time. I just like feel like my time of city is kind of past me and time to move to new things.
Well, what's next
Like
for Slurp?
I don't know. Like probably find a girlfriend or something. Like I do travel a lot. Like I do
Get
travel a
a
lot.
get a wife, get a house up in the mountains with a
Yeah,
Starlink, and
that's probably the next thing. Like socialize somewhere in France in the next year or two. I hope so.
I think this is the other problem with CT is they don't. I think Cozy said it this morning, right? Like they don't realize any gains. Like the amount, I don't know. You make $10,000 a month, or you make a big win of $1 million. They just come back and they recycle it and they re-gamble it away, right? They don't sit there and okay, $1 million, I can take the million and I could fuck off for a few years and be just fine. Like 10 years, maybe you don't fully retire, but you could live a pretty solid life for 5 to 10 years and not have to worry, or at least give yourself that cushion. And a lot of people forget that you can go outside, get a girlfriend, go outside, make friends. If you're listening to this sitting in your mom's basement, as we like to laugh, and you've made life-changing money, you probably should go change your life. So if there's something that you got from this stream, I hope it's that.
Like I feel like one thing, let's say you make 1 million, I don't know, realize half, throw that in S&P or something, put 100K to bank, and try to spend that money and then leave 400 to trade. And I think after you spend that 100K, you will figure out how fucking good you can live just trying to spend that money. It's not gonna go away in one day if you're not gonna buy like car. Just like spend
Yeah.
that money traveling around, and you will see what you can afford and how good your life is. And if you have 400K to trade, you can make 100K pretty comfy a year, I would say. And then you
Yeah.
have like $500,000 S&P that's gonna give you, I don't know, like 80 grand a year extra. Uh, I mean, just try to see
No, you
what
have to
life is
think
when,
a lot of people don't even make $100,000 a year. That's just,
yeah.
not even euros, but let alone, Americans or Brazilians or, anybody. $100,000 a year is like top 0.0001% of Brazil. You're up there in, as long as you're not trying to live in a penthouse in Miami, New York, Paris, London, you can be just fine, right? I think that in the CT space and in the crypto space in general, like we're fucking joking about it. Like, oh, is 200 billion enough, like, to retire? Of course it is. He doesn't have to, come back. $10 million is enough to retire. It's just about lifestyle choices, where you want to live, what you want to do. And if you make the million, I think you should go for Slurp's playbook. Take 6 months off, put the money away, and go realize some life.
Yeah, I think that's the best decision when I start traveling. And I figured out I trade better when I'm traveling. So as soon as I stop, like if I don't go anywhere for 1 month, I just like start doing stupid mistakes, and it's better for me to spend the same amount of money I would burn on fucking losing trades, just to spend that somewhere and travel around, have fun. I mean, that
I
worked for
like
me, but
Oh, I like that too. I think it's different if you have kids, right? That's the only difference. If you're single, go out there and explore. If you have kids, okay, maybe you have to find somewhere to settle down. But I wanted to get into where you think we are in this market cycle. Cozy thinks 5-6K is still on the table for the Russian Ethereums. Bitcoin's chilling at 113, up a lot today from 111, 110. Balls are dead. Institutions are here. We finally have the opportunity to sell our coins to the institutions. But where do you think this ends? Where do you think we are? You
I
think it's a
think
super cycle, 4-year cycle? What do you got for us?
I think it's never gonna end, basically. I think the time of cycle is over. Like I posted that a couple of times. Like I think with ETFs, the cycles are gone. Now I think the best thing now is just like stack spot and try to do good trades when you get like a good dip or something, and just like try to stack as much as possible in the long run. Same as gold, like just buy and never sell. Like
Yeah.
dollar is getting useless, euro is not gonna get much better. Like what are you gonna do? Like for
Oh,
me
they're
at the
only
moment,
printing more fiat, right? They're only
yeah.
printing more fiat.
The only thing I think is just like you see, like BTC doesn't get big dips anymore. Like you need to make the most of it when you get it. So I think don't bother with the downside. Just like bother with getting as good long setup as you can, and just do that until something clearly shifts. And if you don't see something clearly shifting, don't bother trying to bet against it. Because I feel like, yeah, I don't see anyone that would sell a lot of coins that would get us like down to like, I don't know, below 90 or even 90. I do think now that Sailor can't buy as much anymore. I think the upside is kind of limited midterm, maybe next half a year. So I think we're gonna get like a chop. But yeah, otherwise I think just like buy dips. And I would say if you're only trading crypto, try to diversify into stocks. I think stocks provide way more opportunity at the moment. And they're like way easier. You just buy, hold, and you will get a dip, you buy more. Never sell.
I mean, the indices are literally designed to go up.
Yep. And yeah, this. That's kind of
I
my
keep
thinking.
hearing
Like,
this. I keep hearing about this amazing up-only technology in indices.
Imagine that, dude. I mean, gold is on. You do have to look at just like in any market, right? That there's times to that it goes sideways, there are times that it goes long. There, but for like 10 years, I think it was like 10 or 9 years. Yeah, gold didn't make an all-time high, and it did drop like 50% or something, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 45%. Okay. So for 10 years, it went flat, down 45%. And now you're getting like, oh my God, all the gold bugs are genius. But essentially, they're just stacking sats. They're just stacking gold, right? This is just their moment in time. You have the silver bugs, you have the gold bugs. We've always had outsized returns in crypto in the long run, if you zoom out. I think just besides like things like Nvidia or something have kept up, but we're way outpacing the indices in the long run. If you look since like try to find the COVID dip on the QQQ chart, you couldn't even fucking find it. Like it looks so small compared, and we're up, I don't
yeah,
know, 300%, from then. Boomers are rejoicing. It's almost like this fiat thing is going to zero and you could buy any asset. It's kind of like a house too, but I think the difference of a house with stocks is it's much harder to sell a house, or takes more time and effort. You have to move, you have to, actually somebody has to want to buy it. Where in markets, crypto, stocks, whatever, it's an instant sell. So you're like, I'm out, sold, done. Where with a house, it's like, oh, we have to move. We need to hire movers. We need to pack the furniture. We need to, find somewhere new to live. We need to get a new loan. It's a much larger process, and a house almost becomes like a forced savings account for the normies. Today we got told that normies aren't regular people anymore. I'm not sure where that guy was going with it, Cozy, but
I don't
but
know
you know,
either.
yeah,
I've not ever. I don't know what normies are then. Like to be honest,
yeah, normies are normal people, but this guy was trying to tell us that they weren't. But houses are for savings account, and everybody puts like money in 401k or retirement accounts or things like this, and it's like if you can. If you take another thing from the stream, it's if you can buy and hold majority of assets, not meme coins, majority of crypto assets, not meme coins. Let's just look at Bitcoin, ETH, Sol. Like you'll probably do great in the next 5 to 10 years. If you're looking at buying a house, you'll probably do great in the next 5 to 10 years. Maybe Bitcoin will outperform. If you're buying gold, you probably will outperform. If you're sitting in stables or sitting in cash, not putting the money to work, $10 million is still $10 million. Like if you had $10 million in the 90s, but your purchasing power just got absolutely shreked and since then. But of course, anybody would still take the $10 million today than zero.
yeah. And I feel like having some physical gold is like pretty important, especially as Europeans, like when the war is basically possible any day now. And like, if nobody knows here, like, if war comes, your assets are now like country's assets. So anything you have on a bank, you don't have access to. Even if you have gold in bank safes, they're not yours. So I think having some gold somewhere digged up.
Are you becoming a doomsdayer now? Are
No,
you
no, no,
you're
no.
bec-
I'm not even the doomsday. I think it's just like I have one. I know a guy that had like a company here and was like doing business in Ukraine, and the guy had like a tons of gold there in their banks. And overnight, like first rocket flew from Russia, like all his gold was now Ukrainian gold, not his gold anymore. And
Oh
he
yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
have. I mean, it's just like if you make some money, have something for the rainy day. I would say, not even
yeah.
doomsday, just like
Or
I've
let's say you need to get out of the country. I had a family friend in a war, and the only way he was able to get out of the country is he had like, whatever it was, 5 grand of gold, 5 grand of gold coins, and gave it to the pilot, and he got out of the country before the war. This is like, a
yeah,
long time ago at this point, but I think you hear the same story. Oh, always wear a Rolex, or always have $100 in your pocket. So like, you can give somebody a Rolex and be like, "Get me the hell out of here, dude. It's worth 10, 20. I mean, Rolexes are 15, 18K for the good ones now, for the base ones now. Here's 20K. Get me the hell out of here. What's a watch to me versus my life, right? So same thing with the gold. But yeah, realizing money, putting assets away, um, is smart. Cozy,
I,
you have
I,
any
I
gold
mean,
bug alpha?
I wrote I mean, you know how I feel about gold. Like I feel the way about gold the same way I talk about BTC. If you look at the timeline as infinity, like gold and Bitcoin, they go up forever against fiat. Just like Slurp said, like the euro, the dollar, like I don't see any of them outperforming risk assets, especially commodities. Um, well, plenty of risk assets will outperform. Let me restate myself. I don't see them outperforming any of the core like flight of risk assets, such as metals, commodities, things of that nature, and Bitcoin included in that. So like we talked about it on the stream one day, like what before when gold hit its last all-time high, just under 2000, there were plenty of people that I know who bought it as, an investment and didn't care that it went down for the next decade, in the thousands. They just buy gold whenever they have free money to buy gold. And there's other people that were freaking the fuck out because they were down 40%. But on a long enough time scale, if they would have held it, they would be up 2x right now, pretty much. And gold's been on an absolute tear. And yeah, but what you said about realizing the money and like actually having something to show for it is the best alpha. I did a whole post about it maybe a month or two ago that the best decision I ever made was to buy a house and spend less time online. And like, now my focus is much like Slurp. I don't spend as much time on Twitter and CT. I still make sure I'm on during my like work hours to repost all of the streams we do and any announcements we have. Maybe I'll see something that deserves a shit posting comment to it and I'll add it. But like, I don't care that I'm still at 40 something thousand, followers, and all my friends from 2017 that still actively post are close to 100 or over 100. Like, I really give two shits what strangers on the internet, think about my pseudo anonymous.
Imagine that. Imagine
You know,
that.
I enjoy the things that I do in real life. I spend time with mini cozies and like I do, things that I enjoy. I play games, I go outside and coach like sports teams,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's what
think
life is all about.
I think purely from trading also, as I said, like diversifying your knowledge into stock. Like if you're purely crypto, do some stocks because BTC is like 2.2 trillion assets. There could be a period where we're gonna be like in 20% range for like 2 years, and you're gonna be waiting out, like it's gonna break out or not, and you're gonna be 2 years just waiting. I think having something else to trade is like good, always good idea when assets get so big as is BTC.
Well, if vol keeps going down, I'm gonna start trading fucking genetics companies and fucking tech stocks at this point. AI stocks and gene editing companies, because this is getting insane. A 30 vol asset is not what we came here for, right? We came here for 100 vol asset, and now we're probably just in that buy, hold, accumulate stage, stacking sats forever. I think that's also why the ETFs are such a big play for these institutions. They can come in, they can accumulate a bunch of spot, they can put on the basis trade right there on their brokerage accounts, right there on their Bloomberg. They can make 8% a year, they can make 20% a year when basis is peaking. Lock that in for, this is annualized, by the way, right? Lock that in for a quarter, or lock that in for as far as they can, and do nothing and sit on their hands, outperform, be the greatest trader on their floor. And you're not sitting there clicking buttons up, down, gambling every single day. So now the institutions are here. We need to pivot a little bit into and not going down the risk curve in terms of going and trading memes or like meme coin options, but you can go into your brokerage account and probably outperform majority of CT clicking some buttons or running some algos in the TradFi space.
Man, I'm up like 60% this year in TradFi account and basically put on like 7 trades this year. So this is like you're wasting so much money if you're not doing that. Just like passively, like buy Microsoft, Meta, Google, Oracle. It's just like so simple. Like just buy something and start slow and figure out what works for you. I think always having indices so you don't run into a risk of picking stocks. Like always have indices and then pick some top performance and hold them. Just
There's
kind
a
of
lot of my TradFi buddies that are PMs at bigger firms, and they're always on their personal account. They're only trading indices. They're only trading indice futures, right? So they're only doing ES or NQ. They're not sitting there picking single name stocks. You can get so much leverage with these futures. You can uh, put on any, quote, any size. You're not tapping out OI, on a little perp exchange. You can put on any size. You're not the biggest fish in the pool by far, and I think it's like, what is it? One point is like $50 or something in ES. It's like insane. You also have this in crypto too. You have Bitcoin futures, and you also have micro Bitcoin futures. So you can go trade,
Someone in
go
our
go
chat
trade fucking
said
Bitcoin on your fucking brokerage account.
the
What did this say?
feeling can't full stack Hitler a rental unit.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, you
My,
can't. You can't just fire sale or liquidate. Houses like that fast. You have closing, you have inspections, you have all this other steps to go through. Where in crypto it's like fuck this, or in stocks it's like fuck this, just nuke it.
I
Hitler of the
just
chart.
want 24-hour stock market. Like, is that so much to
Do
ask?
you? Do you?
come on, man.
Dude, they don't want it. The fucking boomers don't want it. Do you
Of
really
course
want
they
that?
don't.
Like,
Of course they don't want it. They're fucking lazy, dude. They need their naps and shit. Like we don't.
yeah,
We're a
but
whole different generation. We barely sleep. You know.
well, I think that
What
this
if
is fucked up. Okay, so Sunday, let's just use ETH because it was a fucking shit day for ETH. It went 4,500 to 4K in 7 hours or something, and then futures opened, or that was right during futures open. Like the next morning, ES was fucking flat. Literally was probably up, I think, or like down 0.02%. It went up that day, and ETH was still going down, and now it's catching up, but even today it's down 0.37%. Like it's $6,700, 66.90. Like when crypto was trading 24 hours, it's the first mover, and that's great. You have that first mover advantage, but you also get it that it's over exaggerated. You get these, fire sale moves, or I think it was the largest liquidation since 2021 on a fucking Sunday night. Like, imagine you're a New York brokerage or, PM, and you're like, oh, fuck that. I don't want to trade on Sunday night. I'd rather just come into TradFi world and wake up, and on Monday morning my fucking book literally didn't even move. Nothing moved on Monday. You had the whole day to set up for this move or this move this week, which is, oh my god, it's down 0.37% uh
I enjoy the
today.
chaos.
Boomers don't. I'm getting old, dude.
what do you guys think is like the next thing? Let's say our time was crypto. Like I don't think crypto has like opportunity to make it big anymore. Especially let's say you're starting with $1,000. It's like super
Unless
hard to
there's
get.
crime involved, unless there's crime and CZ is backing you, then
I
yes.
mean, and you also need to be like extremely fucking fast, which is highly
Hard.
unlikely if
Yeah.
you just like came into the space and you don't know anything. It was like impossible to catch anything. Like, what do you guys think is like the next thing? AI or that also already run out? Or we're just like in
Dude,
period.
I
I don't
was
think we've
watching.
tapped an AI yet, but I do
No, I
think
don't think
we've.
we've covered an AI yet. I was watching a World War II video the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, dude, this wasn't even 100 years ago. Imagine all of the metas that came all the way through, not of different cycles since the 40s. World War II was what, 40s, end of the 40s. So
I wish I were here
imagine
for
all
the
of those
tulips.
cycles. Yeah, the tulips, like imagine all of those, different cycles, boom and bust. And it's like if you really think about it, like in one person's lifetime, like I'm 30. So let's say tech was my, generation. Like, is tech going away? Oracle just popped 20% on earnings. Like, TikTok is about to come to the US, that they're getting all these data center deals. Like, is the AI meta over? I don't think so because the rest of the world is still catching up. And if you go to America and you go to California specifically, there's like Waymo and all this other, tech shit that they live like 5 years in the future and kind of always have, like, iPhones and fiber internet and all that was laid in the Bay Area first. And if you look at it, now tech is booming, AI is booming, but they're building. I don't know if you know the story of fiber, but they laid all this fiber and then didn't use it for many years, and now everybody uses it. So I think we're there in AI. Like we're doing all these data centers, we're doing all of this stuff. There's tons of demand, but at what point does it come to fruition that it's like, okay, maybe we didn't need all of these fucking data centers that we thought, we were just running uh a money game and growing as fast as we could to compete with everybody else. And that's just in America, let alone in Europe, let alone in South America, let alone in Africa. Like you have still, I don't know, a generation, 100 years, 50 years, whatever you want to say, of tech growth, and it never ends, right? Like, oh, you have all this chat GPT and all this tech and Waymo and yeah, sure, in California, but it's not, in all of America yet. It's not in all of Europe yet. It's not in Brazil yet. We don't have Waymo. So like what do these market caps of Google look like when fucking Waymo knocks out Uber or something like this? Like, dude, the other day I took a Waymo for $9 versus an Uber that was $35, and I didn't have to fucking talk to anybody. The car got there on time. It drove safe, like all of this stuff. Like, so what does the market cap of these companies look like when something as simple as Waymo is like global, let alone the 1,000 other companies that they own and are developing? So I think we still have tech. That's my ramble. My 5 minute rant is like tech
I,
is
I was
next.
thinking, I
Still,
was thinking, I was thinking more in like way, let's say that you have opportunity to get into something from the start, like it was BTC. Like with BTC, you had like relatively long time to get in, like I don't know, like 7 years almost, like with when it was pretty straightforward. Do you think tech is now just like be with good companies and wait? Because
I think the
definitely,
Hood
I don't.
guy, the Robin Hood guy said it best. Private markets, where U.S. people can't access private markets. Brazilians can access private markets. They can access, IPO offerings. They can access all of this stuff without being a accredited investor. They can access funds and all of the stuff in Brazil. I think that is like the next shift in U.S. policy. And there was an interview with the Robinhood guy saying like private markets are the next thing. Imagine you can get into these valuations, in a few million. You're not buying, a few trillion. That's
Yeah,
probably the next cycle. I don't know about gene editing or any of that, but I think it's
I
just
think
tech in general.
the company I work for, like we think like the robots are pretty big. So
Yeah,
and
robots,
yeah,
robotics. Yeah.
yeah, and in general, as you said, like private offerings, like something that basically very few people have access to, and you need to kind of be already fucking big to get access to those things. So it's kind of for the normies, I would say there's like not a lot of opportunities at the moment. Like at least from my point of view, I don't see anything like pretty straightforward. Just grind it out, small gains over a long time.
Yeah, but isn't that how it's always supposed to be? You're not supposed to make $10 billion overnight, right? Like that's
I
very
I don't know.
lucky if you do.
If you ask half of city, you need to fucking risk like everything.
Yeah, all in one day at a time. Cozy,
Yes.
you got the next meta for us? You got the alpha or slow
No,
grind up?
I'm I'm a Uncle Cozy, you know. I'm not. I don't. I wait until I find like something that's a clear winner. I missed Aster, even though it was like in half of our faces, because I was at a baby shower and then at the zoo the next day. So I just have to wait for the next one. You know, it's like Slurp. I saw it go up, and I'm like, sure, I could probably buy it here and still make money, but like I don't know. I'd rather look for something where I can be early.
Or put not necessarily be early, but put size into
Yeah, that's the bigger thing. Like, can I put size in and like,
and get out. And can I get
yeah,
out? Right. That's a big thing for me too. Is like, can you put in size and can you get
Uh,
out fast?
I actually like the data center stocks and just like cloud providers like Oracle. I think Oracle is gonna be like extremely fucking big. Like,
But it's already big. It's not getting smaller. That's the thing. Like, can it double from here and be some insane market cap? Yes, of course it can. And people are like doubting like what could be, and it's not necessarily speculation. It's like we're not going to stop using computers. We're not going to stop using the internet. We're not going to stop using phones. We're not going to stop downloading stuff. Like all of that stuff is still growing, and not just on a US side or on a Euro side, but on a global side, right? So
yeah.
yeah, networking, tech. I'm there right there with you, Slurp. Long tech, long the dips. Don't be a short seller. Nobody ever got rich shorting. Okay, a
Yeah,
couple people did,
I
but not
feel
many.
like I feel like there's really like pretty good thing to actually like never short. Like just say to yourself, okay, I'm never gonna short. Just if you need to sell, sell spots and only do long side. And on the long run, you're gonna do like way fucking better. I think it's just like you
Oh,
get
for sure.
stressed. You get stressed out from the shorting side, and you just like pick good spots for longs. And
yep, for sure.
unless
Never
some,
short.
unless there's like Wall Street, then you fucking short for 3 weeks, and then you start buying again.
Yeah, but that's it, right? Like I remember my buddy turned like 100K into a few million on fucking airplane stocks on the COVID crash. And it was like he never traded a day in his life. He just worked in that industry. And he was like, I'm not working, so that means nobody else can work. That means, just like putting it all together and then like bought like mega puts or shorted all the airline stocks and bought a bunch of puts. And like that one trade made a bunch of money. But that's not to say that he is a good trader. He just, day in and day
Yeah,
out, but he hit the timing perfectly to become, a short seller or to buy those puts. Where it's like the rest of the people probably are better off buying the fucking COVID dip and now looking at the chart and not even knowing where the 2020 crash was or is.
yeah.
In indices, single name stocks, yeah, for sure, get cooked for sure. But in indices, never bet against. All right, Slurp. I know we took a lot of your time. We took an hour, and we kind of had a nice fireside chat instead of a mega options chat. I hope
M
the
said one
listeners
guy
can.
got rich from shorting, and it was so unusual they even made a movie about it.
And dude, that guy didn't even make that much money, dude. If you really think about it, he made like 700 million or something, 800 million. Like that's not that much. There's
Yeah,
fucking people
that's
putting that on in fucking options land. Like nobody, fucking $800 million or $1 billion. That's nothing now. That's not even enough to retire in 2050. No, you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
it's totally different now with the amount of money. If you look at that trade that he made $1 billion, let's call it, dude, these funds are doing more than that on basis trade in Bitcoin. Like it's insane.
yeah.
So thanks for the alpha slurp. We'll get you back on when you're back to shit posting. Maybe you come back and sprinkle more alpha for us.
I mean, I like this
Thank you.
format way better than posting. Actually, uh, like I'm probably never posting frequently again. So
Streaming is the
want
new
to ch
meta.
if you want
Just
to
come
chat
on, dude.
anytime, you can ping. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
come
We
out in
do
the
Monday,
mornings. We
Monday,
talk shit
Wednesday,
every week.
Friday, and we have every 3 days a week, and we just like have an open chat about whatever's going on. So if you wanted to get something off your chest, just we'll get you on.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Alrighty.
That's it,
Thanks for
everyone.
having
Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, Slurp, Marty. I'll see you in 2 days. Everyone else, hope you can digest all that alpha and do something with it. Later.